Hi, my name is Kelly McKee, and this is my lesson for Education 554. And it's a lesson on flash fiction. They'll be using Instagram and Twitter to post their stories. They're using, today's lesson is Hemingway's 6-word story. They did one yesterday with 200 words, and eventually they're going to write an original short story. This is 9th grade English. At the end of the lesson, their objectives are they will be able to identify what elements are contained in flash fiction and how to write their own story. They'll be able to develop a short story using well-chosen details and precise language. And they're going to be able to use technology to publish their very own short story. At the end, they'll be able to write a narrative, real or imagined. Thank you. All right, so we are learning about flash fiction today, which is a very short story. And we've been talking about short stories for a couple weeks now, so we are going to try and write our own. All right, flash fictions, they're very short stories. So microfiction and flash fiction, they're also called like postcard stories. And they can be anywhere from 500 words, 200 words, or up to 6 words. And for your assignment, you're going to end up writing a 6-word flash fiction story that goes with a picture of your choice. By the end of the lesson, you're going to be able to identify what elements are contained in flash fiction and how to write your own. You're going to be able to develop a short story using well-chosen details and precise language, and use technology to publish your very own short story, which we will publish on Instagram for our class and for the rest of the school to see. So when you're writing a good story or a short story, what makes a story good or not so good? You've got your 5 elements, your plot, characters, conflict, setting, and theme. So your challenge is going to be fitting those 5 elements into 6 words. Ernest Hemingway, very famous author, he once wrote a 6-word story. For sale, baby shoes, never worn. And the story goes that he had bet somebody who liked to gamble that he could write a story in 6 words. So do you consider that a story? Any of you? Do any of you think that that's not a story? Nobody? Okay. So you're going to identify the following for the story and create educated inferences as necessary. So inferences are educated guesses. What do we think the plot would be? You can either type it in the chat or you can just answer. For this story, what do you think the plot would be? For sale, baby shoes, never worn. Well, you have to think about what would be the conflict. Why aren't they ever worn? So we would want to know, why weren't they worn? The theme, I think it's going to be like loss. Our character, we have the baby. Can anyone guess what's going on in the story? If you think your main topic is the baby shoes, why are they for sale and why have they never been worn? Can anyone guess what they think his 6-word story is about? Oh, let's see. A mother could have had a miscarriage. You're right. It's about a baby that has died, was never able to have their shoes. So you have your plot, a mother selling shoes that her baby never got to wear. You have your character, you'd have the mother and the baby. Your setting could be really anywhere, but she's selling them. So possibly like a newspaper. Our conflict, baby was passed away, and our theme would be loss because she was not able to have the baby. All right, good job. Now it's your turn. So now that we've reviewed the basic elements required for the story, it's time to put all of that knowledge together and create your own version of a 6-word story. But you're going to get to do a modern twist. You'll each write a 6-word story that serves as an Instagram caption for a picture you take. It can be of yourself, someone else, a setting or place, or something abstract, whatever you want it to be. You can edit it, you can put a filter on it. It's up to you, as long as you'll be able to write your 6-word story. Okay? It must have something to do with your story. It can't be something that they don't go together. It can't come from a website, and it can't be a drawing. It needs to be something original taken by you. For when we post it on Instagram, you need to come up with a creative username. So that's part of your creative process. It'll be your pin name, which authors use when they don't want to use their real name. And then we'll post it on our class Instagram. Your digital and physical postings are going to be graded on things like neatness, thoughtfulness, etc. Make sure that it looks good, it's interesting, and that it makes sense. And when you send it to me, we will upload it. Do you have any questions? That was it, guys. That's all. Hi, my name is Kelly McKee, and this is my lesson for Education 554. And it's a lesson on flash fiction. They'll be using Instagram and Twitter to post their stories. They're using, today's lesson is Hemingway's 6-word story. They did one yesterday with 200 words, and eventually they're going to write an original short story. This is 9th grade English. At the end of the lesson, their objectives are they will be able to identify what elements are contained in flash fiction and how to write their own story. They'll be able to develop a short story using well-chosen details and precise language. And they're going to be able to use technology to publish their very own short story. At the end, they'll be able to write a narrative, real or imagined. Thank you.